All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrta Antya Lila, Chapter 2, Text 83. Eita kahiru gorera avirbhava ihaye sune jane Chaitanya Prabhava. Thus I have described the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone who hears about these incidents can understand the transcendental opulence of the Lord. 84. Purushottame Prabhupase Bhagavan Acharya Parama Vaishnava Tenho Supanditarya. At Jagannath Puri, in the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, lived Bhagavan Acharya, who was certainly a gentleman, a learned scholar, and a great devotee. For a description of Bhagavan Acharya, one may refer to Adi Lila, 10th chapter, verse 136. 85. Chakya Bhava Kranta Chita Gopa Avatara Swarupa Goshani Saha Saksha Vyavara. He was fully absorbed in thoughts of fraternal relationships with God. He was an incarnation of a cowherd boy, and thus his dealings with Swarup Damodar Goswami were very friendly. 86. Ekanta bhave ashriyachena Chaitanya Charana Madhye Madhye Prabhura Tenho Karena Nimantrana. He sought the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet with full surrender. Sometimes he would invite the Lord to dine at his home. 87. Gade bata kari karena vidhidha vyanjana ekale goshani lana karana bhojana. Bhagavan Acharya prepared varieties of rice and vegetables at home and brought the Lord there alone to eat. Purport. Generally, those who invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for dinner used to offer him the remnants of food that had first been offered to Lord Jagannath. Bhagavan Acharya, however, instead of giving him the remnants of Jagannath's food, prepared dinner at his home. In Orisha, food offered to Lord Jagannath is called prasadi, and that which is not offered to Lord Jagannath is known as amani or garabata, rice prepared at home. 88. Tamrapita Vishayi Bada Satananda Kana Vishaya Vimukacharya Vairagya Pradhana. Bhagavan Acharya's father, whose name was Satananda Khan, was an expert statesman, whereas Bhagavan Acharya was not at all interested in the management of the state. Indeed, he was almost in the renounced order of life. 89. Gopala Bhattacharya Nama Tanra Chota Bhai Kashite Vedanta Pari Gila Tandra Tani. Bhagavan Acharya's brother, whose name was Gopal Bhattacharya, had studied Vedanta philosophy at Benares and then returned to Bhagavan Acharya's home. Purport. During those days and also at present, Vedanta philosophy is understood. Vedanta philosophy is understood as through the commentary of Shankaracharya, which is known the Sariraka Bhasya. Thus it appears that Gopal Bhattacharya, the younger brother of Bhagavan Acharya, had studied Vedanta according to the way of the Chariraka Bhasya, which expounds the Mayavad philosophy of the impersonalists. 90. Acharya Tahare Prabhu Hare Milaila Antaryami Prabhu Chite Shuka Na Paila. Bhagavan Acharya took his brother to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the Lord, knowing that Gopal Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi philosopher, could not get much happiness from meeting him. 91. Acharya Sambandhe Bhaye Kare Prityabhasa Krishna Bhakti Vina Prabhura Nahaya Ulasa. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu derives no happiness from meeting one who is not a pure devotee of Krishna. Thus, because Gopala Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi scholar, the Lord felt no jubilation in meeting him. Nevertheless, because Gopal Bhattacharya was related to Bhagavanacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu feigned pleasure in seeing him. 92. Rupa Goshanire Acharya Kahe Aradhine Vedanta Padiya Gopala Aisache Ekane. Bhagavanacharya said to Swarup Damodar, Gopal, my younger brother, has returned to my home, having concluded his study of Vedanta philosophy. 93. Abhemeli Aisha Suni Basya Iharastane Prema Krodha Kadi Swarupa Bhalaya Bachane. Bhagavanacharya requested Swarup Damodar Goswami to hear from Gopal the commentary upon Vedanta. Swarup Damodar, however, somewhat angry because of love, spoke as follows. 94. Ibrasta Hailato Mara Gopalera Sange Mayavara Suni Bhare Upajila Range. You have lost your intelligence in the association of Gopal, and therefore you are eager to hear the Mayavad philosophy. 95. Vaishnavaha na yebe sariraka vasya sune sevya sevaka bhavachari apanarishvara mane. When a Vaishnava listens to the Sariraka Vasya, the Mayavad commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, he gives up the Krishna consciousness attitude that the Lord is the master and the living entity is his servant. Instead, he considers himself the supreme Lord. Purport. Philosophers known as Kevaladvaitavadis generally occupy themselves with hearing the Sariraka Bhasya and a commentary by the Sariraka Bhasya, a commentary by Shankaracharya advocating that one impersonally considers oneself the Supreme Lord. Such Mayavad philosophical commentaries upon the Vedanta Sutra are simply imaginary, but there are other commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. The commentary by Srila Ramanujacharya, known as Sri Bhasya, establishes the Vistadvaita Vada philosophy. Similarly, in the Brahma Sampradaya, Madhvacharya's Purna Pragya Bhasya establishes Sudadvaita Vada. In the Kumar Sampradaya or Nimbarka Sampradaya, Sri Nimbarka establishes the philosophy of Dvaitadvaita Vada in the Parijata Saurabha Bhasya. And in the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya or Rudra Sampradaya, which comes from Lord Shiva, Vishnu Swami has written a commentary called Sarvagya Bhasya, which establishes Sudadvaita Vada. '96. A Vaishnava should study the commentaries on the Vedanta Sutra written by the four Sampradaya Acharyas, namely Sri Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, and Nimbarka. For these commentaries are based upon the philosophy that the Lord is the master and that all living entities are his eternal servants. One interested in studying Vedanta philosophy properly must study these commentaries, especially if he is a Vaishnava. These commentaries are always adored by Vaishnavas. The commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is elaborately given in the Adi Lila, chapter 7, text 101. The Mayavad commentary, Sariraka Bhasya, is like poison for a Vaishnava. It should not be touched at all. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur remarks that even a Mahabhagavat or highly elevated devotee who has surrendered himself unto the lotus feet of Krishna sometimes falls down from pure devotional service if he hears the Mayavad philosophy of Sariraka Bhasya. This commentary should therefore be shunned by all Vaishnavas. Text 96. Mahabhagavata ye Krishna pranadhana yara Mayavara Shravane Chitta Abhasya Pire Tandra. The Mayavad philosophy presents such a jugglery of words that even a highly elevated devotee who has accepted Krishna as his life and soul changes his decision when he reads the Mayavad commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. 97. Acharya kahe amasabara Krishna nista chite amasabara manabhasya narapiraite. In spite of Swarup Damodar's protest, Bhagavanacharya continued, "We are all fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna with our hearts and souls. Therefore the Sariraka Bhasya cannot change our minds." 98. Swarupa kahe tatapi maya bhara shravane chit brahma maya mitya ei matra sune. Swarup Damodar replied, "Nevertheless, when we hear the Mayavad philosophy, we hear that Brahman is knowledge, and that the universe of Maya is false, but we gain no spiritual understanding." 99. Jivagya kalpita ishvare sakali agyana yahara shravane bhaktera fate mana prana. Mayavad philosophy tries to establish that the living entity is only imaginary and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is under the influence of Maya. Hearing this kind of commentary breaks the heart and life of a devotee. Purport. Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami wanted to impress upon Bhagavanacharya that even though someone firmly fixed in devotion to Krishna's service might not be deviated by hearing the Mayavad Bhasya, that Bhasya is nevertheless full of impersonal words and ideas, such as Brahman, which represent knowledge but which are impersonal. The Mayavadis say that the world created by Maya is false, and that actually there is no living entity, but only one spiritual effulgence. They further say that God is imaginary, that people think of God only because of ignorance, and that when the Supreme Absolute Truth is befooled by the external energy, Maya, he becomes a jiva, or a living entity. Upon hearing these nonsensical ideas from the non-devotee, all these nonsensical ideas from the non-devotee, a devotee is greatly afflicted, as if his heart and soul were broken. Text 100. Adabaya pana acharya mona haila aradina gopalera deshe pataila. Thus Bhagavanacharya, greatly ashamed and fearful, remained silent. The next day he asked Gopal Bhattacharya to return to his own district. 101. Ekadina charya prabhure kaila nimantrana Ghare bata kari kare vidadha vyanjana. One day Bhagavanacharya invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to dine at his home. Thus he was preparing rice and various types of vegetables. 102. Ota Haridāsa nama prabhura kirtaniya tanhare kahena charya dakiya aniya. A devotee named Chota Haridāsa used to sing for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhagavanacharya called him to his home and spoke as follows. 103. Purana me sikhi mahitira bhagini stane giya shukla chaula ekamana anaha magiya. Please go to the sister of Shikhi Mahiti. In my name, ask her for a mana of white rice and bring it here. Purport. In India, chukla chawla, white rice, is also called atapa chawla, or rice that has not been boiled before being husked. Another kind of rice called siddha chawla, brown rice, is boiled before being husked. Generally, first-class fine white rice is required for offerings to the deity. Thus, Bhagavanacharya asked Chota Haridāsa, or Junior Haridāsa, a singer in the assembly of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to get some of this rice from the sister of Sikhi Mahiti. A mana is a standard of measurement in Orisha for rice and other food grains. 104. Mahitira Bhagini Sei Nama Madhavi Devi Vidhata Pasavini Ara Parama Vaishnavi. Sikimihiti's sister was named Madhavi Devi. She was an elderly lady who always performed austerities. She was very advanced in devotional service. 105. Prabhuleka Kareyara Radhikara Gana Jagatera Madhye Patra Sareti Na Jana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted her as having formerly been an associate of Srimati Radharani. In the entire world, 3.5 people were his intimate devotees. 106. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Haribol.